Hey, what's going on, Vibe family? Coach Dray here, and I'm super excited about where we are in this journey. I just wanted to come here tonight and say, listen, after announcing the products and services that we're rolling out, many of you are extremely excited about the packages and more excited about the low prices. But here's the reality everyone's financial situation isn't the same. Some of you may be feeling discouraged as the price point may be slightly out of your ballpark. I respect it, I hear you, and I want to let you know I understand. In fact, I can relate, right? So this message, ladies and gentlemen, is for you guys, right? As I want to see everyone that's a part of Vibe succeed. So respectfully, I want to start with one of my favorite quotes. You see, an excuse doesn't care if it's legit or not, because a legitimate excuse is still an excuse, right? So let me explain, Rex. I don't want anyone to be upset or feel like I'm attacking you. This is what I mean, right? People will say things like, I can't afford it because my rent is past due. My lights are about to get cut off. My car just broke down. My job just laid me off. Well, here's the deal. In fact, these are legitimate reasons to not be able to afford something, especially if you're living paycheck to right before a few days before the next paycheck, right? But see, these are also reasons you need to find out how to make a way out of no way. You see, there's two type of people. Person A says, listen, I can't afford it because XYZ. So unfortunately, this is for me. Thanks anyways, and good luck in your ventures. You see, if that's you, we have no choice but to respect your decision. But I want you to continue to listen. You see, because person B says, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm 50 years old and I'm tired of struggling. I'm tired of paying my bills late. I'm tired of my lights getting cut off. I'm tired of going to work every day just to live check to check. Because of this, I'm going to do everything that I can to make sure not only can I make sure I can afford this, but I use this vehicle to completely turn my financial situation around. You see, I was person B. I was so broke that I can remember one time I was facing eviction. I had to sell my car to pay the rent, catch the bus to work, and I was so broke I couldn't even afford to go to the laundromat. So I had to pull all the dirty clothes in the tub with soap and water only and have my kids walk around in the dirty tub water excuse me, like they were making wine, right? And I'm going to put a picture in here just so you can believe that what I'm telling you is factual, right? Times were hard, okay? You see, it crushed me to my soul to be at an all time financial low in my life and barely be able to take care of my family. I can remember like yesterday, guys, a friend of mine kept calling me about this opportunity. He said, all you have to do, Dre, is get 12 people and you can make $600 a month. And I'm like, listen, the people I know, the people in my circle, like, they won't do this, right? Although an extra $600 a month would definitely change my life at the moment, all I kept doing was making legitimate excuses, right? Why I didn't have the money to get started. And as you saw above, right? What I just recently said, it was absolutely true, right? In the time he told me to join, ladies and gentlemen, from about 4 months later, this gentleman was making $8,000 a month residual income. You see, the opportunity was only $99 a month, and me, a grown man, couldn't even afford it. Talk about embarrassed. I was down to my last $200. My lights were going to get cut off, and I had to pay $300 to prevent this. Now, I want you to do the math, right? I only had $200 to my name, but my lights were $300 that were going to cut off. So I said, you know what? I'm tired of this. I can take this $200 and get my girlfriend and I an account and try my best to make $600 to pay my bills and have a little extra in my pocket, or keep my $200, making it another excuse and pray that $100 fell out of the sky before another bill came up. You see, I chose to take that $200 to invest in my family. Within 3 weeks, guys, my wife and I both were making $600 a month. That's an extra $1,200 a month in our household. You see, none of my friends joined me. My network was trash. I had absolutely no mentorship and knew nothing that I was doing. All I had was Facebook, desperation, and a grind, right? Over the next 2 to 3 years, I made enough to cover my membership and help with a few bills. I wasn't rich, you see what I'm saying? And any extra income that I made, I put it into going to events with my team. People knock events and call them a scam and say they're not worth it. But you see, that's what we did. See, we were all broke, right? We were so broke that we would carpool and and all go in on a hotel room 4 to 6 deep, sleeping on the floor on top of each other, head to toe, everything, right? You see, my mentors used to tell us this is what they did. So guess what? This is what I did. See, some of you are hearing this story and thinking, he's lying. Why do all of the people that make 6 and 7 figures in MLM have a broke story, right? Let's be honest. Well, the reality is a lot of us do. You see, are several doctors, lawyers, people with solid careers that do MLM, but many of us got into this because we were broke, right? Let's be honest. If you're broke right now, just think about it, right? And it's not a bad thing, you know what I'm saying, to not have the funds or to be broke, right? You don't, but you just, it's a bad thing if you choose to stay that way. You see, why are you here right now? I want you to think about it. You see, will you be a success story in 5 to 10 years like Megan Lynch, right? Led the legend maker who went from leaving her teaching job, struggling financially, to making 6 figures monthly? Or will you be the person that uses legitimate excuses to never start? You see, there's no guarantee that you'll ever make 6 figures a month or even 6 figures. In fact, only about 1% see that type of success in this industry. But can we agree that if you don't have an extra $100 to $200 right now to invest into yourself because you live check to check, that at least an extra $500 to $1,000 a month could be life changing? Think about that. You see, that was my only goal. Get three, then get three, and make $600 a month. At the time, I never could see myself. I never even fathomed being able to make 6 figures in this industry. I never even thought it was possible for me. But I did know that an extra $600 would definitely be life changing for myself and my family. You see, fast forward 10 plus years later, and I'm a multiple 6 figure earner. Why? Because of my why, right? Why? Because of my why. And I never ever quit on my why. You see, I'm too stubborn. People told me you wouldn't make it. Go get a real job. It doesn't work. Stop scamming that Ponzi scheme. But you know what? I was too stubborn to let them have victory over me because my why was too strong. You see, your why has to be so big that it makes you cry. Seeing my family suffer for my poor choices hurt me so bad that I couldn't continue to look them in the eyes and say, Daddy can't afford it. We can't do this because Daddy doesn't have the money. Stressed and scared about getting evicted, becoming homeless, and so much more. You see, when you're financially struggling, you become mean to kids sometimes, right? Because they ask you questions and they're not doing any harm, but because you're frustrated that you can't do it, sometimes you would take it out on them, right? And it killed me that I started turning to that bitter, aggressive individual that kids were just being kids. You see, some of you are in a similar situation right now. But my question is this: when you look in your kid's face, are you going to say, when you get older, you're going to have to make a way for yourself because I just have too many legitimate excuses why I can't risk this? Or are you going to say, I got you? Are you going to look them in the eyes and say, I got you, right? You see, your why may not be your kids. It may be your parents. It may be a close friend. It may even be your relationship, right? Or here's the thing: you may just want to live a more comfortable lifestyle and have more time freedom. However, whatever your why is, ask yourself this: is it strong enough to make you say, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired, right? I deserve everything God has for me, and I'm going to do what I can to claim it, right? Because it's mine and it belongs to me, right? Or are you going to stand? Or are you going to stand by your legitimate excuses? Say a prayer and hope that one day God blesses you with riches from the sky without putting in any effort because you pray to Him every day. And you see, when I say God, ladies and gentlemen, I mean whoever your God is. You see, whoever you pray to every single night, wherever your faith lies, that's who I'm talking about, right? So I'm talking to any of you, whoever's listening right now, and this relates to you. So here's the thing: I don't talk much, team, because here it is. I'm in the background grinding to do my best to help the other executive team and owners make this platform the best, right, that it can be. But I had to hop in here because I heard, here's the thing: I had to bring you this information, right? I had to bring you this short training because we're getting close to the starting line. And I don't want some of you to miss your blessings because you chose to not take action, right? Let me run that back. I don't want some of you to miss your blessings because you got in your head and you use legitimate excuses to talk yourself out of it. You see, sometimes to be successful, you have to get out of your own way. So here's the thing: if you don't have it, go get it. You had 3 weeks to grind for free and $25 to earn enough to offset your membership, guys. Although this plan can work in favor of those of you that sit back and do nothing, the reality is faith without work is dead. And those of you that step up to the plate and participate in your own success for your own family will be the ones that position yourself to change your situation in a major way. You see, I just want to say thanks again to all of you for taking the time to listen to this entire message, right? All 10 minutes if you made it to the end. And hopefully, this will ignite the flame of inspiration that some of you may need to just keep pushing. So, again, ladies and gentlemen, this is Coach Dre, and hopefully, you'll be hearing more from me in the future. So, let's go get this, right? Whatever your why is, write it down. Pin it on your desk, pin it on your mirror, pin it on your car, right? Make sure you see it every day. And it has to be so strong, it makes you cry. Because if it's not, when times get tough and times get hard, you're going to give up and you're going to quit anyways. So, that being said, I'll catch you guys later. Be blessed.